Welcome back to Immortal News. This July 28th, we are given the solemn duty of updating you on the condition of Cincinnati Bengals star quarterback, Joe Burrow, and commemorating the lives of some remarkable personalities who have recently bid us farewell. These extraordinary souls, with their boundless talent, have woven a rich tapestry in our cultural landscape. Our hearts reach out with deepest condolences to their families, fans, and all those touched by their lives. Similarly, we acknowledge the wave of concern for Joe Burrow's health and are committed to bringing you the latest accurate information. Today's broadcast is a tribute of respect and remembrance for those no longer with us, while also providing insight into Joe Burrow's recent health struggles. To express your support and solidarity, we kindly ask you to give this video a thumbs up. It's a modest, yet meaningful gesture of unity, a collective nod to their incredible legacies. Before we delve into these significant updates, please pause for a moment to like this video. Your respect and remembrance are our strength in this time of reflection. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us here on Immortal News. Number 13. Curtis Graves, a towering legacy in civil rights and public service. The world mourns the loss of famed civil rights activist and esteemed public servant Curtis Graves, who passed away at the age of 84. The news of his passing was shared by his daughter Giselle Bryant, star of The Real Housewives of Potomac, on her Instagram profile. Though no cause of death has been reported at this time, the impact of his legacy is undeniably far-reaching. Graves was an influential figure in American politics, representing the Democratic Party in the Texas House of Representatives from 1967 to 1973. His election in 1966 was a significant milestone in history, as he was one of the first 3 black members elected since 1896. Following his political career, Graves had an impressive tenure of 30 years at NASA. He climbed the ranks from the Academic Affairs Division to become the Director for Civil Affairs, lending his voice and knowledge to shape the organization's course. Graves' contributions to society extended beyond his political and professional career. As a civil rights activist, he worked alongside none other than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement. His achievements, fueled by his passion for social justice, were recognized by Congress in 2015, marking a distinguished public service career. In his personal life, Graves was a loving father and husband. He shared 3 children with his ex-wife, Joanne Graves, and later married Kay Bryant. His daughter, Giselle, often expressed pride in her father's accomplishments and service. As she mourns his loss, she said, "Thank you for being the best dad that a little girl could ever want or need. I will miss you every day of my life." The legacy of Curtis Graves will continue to inspire and impact generations, illuminating the path of justice, equality, and public service. His lifelong dedication to the betterment of society will forever be etched in history. Tributes to Curtis Graves. Number 12. Randy Meisner, an instrumental force in the ascendancy of the Eagles. Randy Meisner, the original bass player and a founding member of the globally renowned rock band, the Eagles, passed away on July 27th at a Los Angeles hospital at the age of 77. His death was due to complications from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Born Randall Herman Meisner in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, on March 8, 1946, Meisner picked up his first acoustic guitar at a tender age. From forming a high school band to moving to Los Angeles in pursuit of a music career, Meisner's life was devoted to his passion for music. In 1971, Meisner, alongside Glenn Frey, Don Henley, and Bernie Leadon, formed the Eagles. The band went on to achieve worldwide acclaim, recording major hits like Hotel California, which won a Grammy Award for Record of the Year in 1978. Meisner's extensive vocal range on songs like Take It to the Limit was instrumental to the band's success. Despite his significant contribution to the Eagles' success, Meisner preferred to remain out of the spotlight, citing his shy nature. He left the band in September 1977, but not before his work had left an indelible mark on the world of rock music. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the Eagles in 1998. Remembered as an integral part of the Eagles, Randy Meisner's legacy in the realm of rock music will continue to inspire generations to come. Tributes to Randy Meisner. Number 11, Lilia Goldoni, a trailblazer of diverse roles and a luminous legacy in film. Lilia Goldoni, a captivating talent best known for her groundbreaking role in John Cassavetes' film Shadows, passed away at the age of 86 on July 24th. Born on October 1, 1936 in New York City, Goldoni commenced her acting career in the 1940s and went on to leave an indelible mark in Hollywood. Goldoni's diverse repertoire included standout roles in Martin Scorsese's Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, the original The Italian Job, and Robert Mulligan's Blood Brothers. However, it was her performance in Shadows that was particularly groundbreaking. Despite being of Italian descent, she adeptly portrayed a black and/or mixed-race woman, a portrayal that earned her a BAFTA nomination. Beyond her work in front of the camera, Goldoni was also a talented director and producer, notable for her 1993 documentary Genius on the Wrong Coast, which focused on her dance mentor Lester Horton. She later dedicated her time to teaching at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute, UCLA, and Hampshire College, instilling in her students her wisdom and techniques. Goldoni, who was married to her Shadows co-star Ben Carruthers, and later to writer Robert Rudelson, is survived by her son Aaron and her grandchildren, Lily and James. The legacy she leaves behind, one of versatility, courage, and unyielding dedication, continues to inspire the next generation of artists. Tributes to Lilia Goldoni. Number 10, Katie Spikes, a pillar of integrity and excellence at 60 Minutes. Katie Spikes, a respected and cherished producer for 60 Minutes, succumbed to a lengthy battle with cancer on July 27th at the age of 53. Spikes, whose career at CBS News spanned 3 decades, significantly contributed to the show's legacy with her numerous producing roles, including serving as a senior story editor. Spikes became known for her high-profile guest bookings, showcasing an array of personalities from former President Barack Obama to Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps. Among her significant contributions was her poignant profile of Tony Bennett, revealing the singer's continued performance capabilities despite his Alzheimer's disease. Spikes was pivotal to CBS News' coverage of the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing and was a founding senior producer of 60 Minutes Sports on Showtime. Her exceptional work on the network's coverage of Princess Diana's death in 1997 was awarded an Emmy. In remembering Spikes, colleagues recalled her relentless positive energy, describing her as smart, funny, hard-working, and an invaluable friend and mentor. Her unwavering positivity, even during challenging times, left an indelible mark on CBS and 60 Minutes. Survived by her husband Donald Furrer, 2 sons James Joseph Furrer and Owen Doolin Furrer, a stepson Brandon Scott Furrer, her parents Judith Doolin Spikes and James L. Spikes, and sister Sarah Spikes, Katie's legacy continues in their lives and the many she impacted throughout her career. Tributes to Katie Spikes. Number 9, Julian Barry, the playwright who immortalized Lenny Bruce's legacy. Julian Barry, acclaimed for his exceptional writing in Broadway plays and Hollywood films, passed away on July 25th. Barry, aged 92, passed peacefully in his sleep at his Beverly Hills residence. Struggling with congestive heart failure and late-stage kidney disease, he was under medical care. His significant contributions to pop culture, particularly his portrayal of the legendary comedian Lenny Bruce in both Broadway play and film titled Lenny, assured his place in the annals of entertainment history. Born as Julian Barry Mendelsohn Jr. on December 24, 1930, Barry began his acting career as a teenager before establishing himself as a Broadway stage manager and later a revered scriptwriter. His Broadway play Lenny, which opened in 1971, and the subsequent 1974 film adaptation, not only ensured Bruce's posthumous recognition, but also garnered Barry 6 Academy Award nominations, including for Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Barry was a crucial part of television's golden era, scripting for shows like Mission Impossible. His first screenplay, Rhinoceros, was an adaptation of Eugene Ionesco's play. Despite facing failures and projects lost in Hollywood's development purgatory, Barry's work remained iconic and influential. Julian Barry is survived by his daughters Julia, Sally, and Jennifer, his son Michael, 5 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandson, and his longtime partner, Samantha Harper Macy. His legacy as the man who immortalized Lenny Bruce continues to influence the realm of storytelling. Tributes to Julian Barry. Number 8. Didier Lorenco, a unique voice in Mediterranean artistry. Didier Lorenco, renowned Catalan Spanish painter, passed away from cancer on July 27th at the age of 55, leaving a legacy of vibrant, evocative artistry. Lorenco began his creative journey in his father's lithograph studio. A largely self-taught artist, he absorbed the influences of leading Catalan artists of the late 80s and 90s to define a style uniquely his own. Lorenco gained notable recognition in 1991 when he won the Banc Sabadell Prize in the Sala Paris Young Painters Contest. This was a watershed moment, leading to numerous solo exhibits around Catalonia and extending his influence to Madrid, Valencia, and beyond. His artistry found international fame thanks to one of the major art editors in the world, Wyn Devon. Lorenco's art, rich with nuanced textures and colors, was based initially on the Mediterranean landscape, urban environments, and everyday scenes. Over time, his work evolved, exploring human beings and their emotions in an intimate and imaginative way. His works, reproduced and distributed worldwide, garnered acclaim in the United States and Asian countries like South Korea, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Didier Lorenco's unique voice in the art world and his ability to express the human condition in color and form will forever remain a part of his legacy. Tributes to Didier Lorenco. Number 7. Wayne Maxner, a stalwart leader in ice hockey coaching. Wayne Maxner, former London Knights head coach, passed away at the age of 80, as confirmed by the Knights on July 27th. Born in Halifax, Maxner played for the Niagara Falls Flyers, where he was the leading goal scorer in the Ontario Hockey League's predecessor, the Ontario Hockey Association, during the 1962-63 season. His successful professional career spanned 10 years, playing most notably for the Boston Bruins, among other teams in various locations. Maxner turned to coaching post his playing days, leading the Windsor Spitfires in 3 different periods, with his longest stint from 1975 to 1980. His coaching accolades included guiding the Adirondack Red Wings in the AHL, and even making it to the NHL as the head coach of Detroit for 2 seasons until 1982. Maxner served as the head coach of the Knights for 4 seasons from 1986 to 1990, securing an Ems Division title in his final year in 1989-90. His time with the Knights saw him amass a record of 140, 305-16, and under his leadership, London reached the 3rd round in the 1988-89 season. Wayne Maxner's dedication to the sport, whether as a player or as a coach, stands as a testament to his enduring legacy in ice hockey. His impactful legacy will be remembered as one of steadfast leadership and passion for ice hockey. Tributes to Wayne Maxner. Number 6. Emilio Ostorero, a titan of motocross, leaving behind an unbeaten legacy. Emilio Ostorero, an iconic figure in motocross, passed away on July 21st at the age of 88. Born in Avigliana, Italy, Ostorero was widely regarded as the nation's leading motocross rider between 1956 and 1970. His undeniable talent and tenacity led him to become the first Italian to win an international Grand Prix in 1960. Across his career, Ostorero clinched the Italian motocross championship a remarkable 16 times, a record that still stands unbeaten. His skill allowed him to triumph on a variety of motorcycles, from Italian Mival and Bianchi to Spanish Bultaco and Osa, and others like the English BSA, the Czech CZ, and the Swedish Husqvarna. In recognition of his contributions to the sport, Italian President Giuseppe Saragat honored Ostorero with the knighthood. Later in 1984, he was conferred the title of Commander of the Republic. After his formal retirement in 1976, Ostorero served for 12 years as the sole commissioner of the Italian motocross national team. Yet his love for the sport drew him back, and at 50 he participated in the Faroes Rally, an African raid, where he finished in an honorable 6th place. Ostorero's legacy is not just of personal triumphs, but as a driving force behind Italian motocross, setting standards that continued to inspire generations. Tributes to Emilio Ostorero. Number 5. Serge Vieira, a culinary master, leaving a delectable legacy in French gastronomy. Serge Vieira, the celebrated French Michelin-starred chef, passed away on July 1st at the age of 46. Vieira's talent and dedication propelled him to the pinnacle of the culinary world. His career began in Chamalières under chef Dominique Robert and led him to work in various 3-star restaurants. In 2005, Vieira won the prestigious Bocuse d'Or award with the assistance of renowned chef Régis Marcon. In 2009, he established his restaurant, Serge Vieira, at Château de Coufour in Chaudes-Aigues. It received its first Michelin star within a year and a second one in 2012, attesting to Vieira's genius. Vieira's unique approach to cuisine involved constant innovation, eschewing signature dishes as he believed they limited culinary creativity. This philosophy was well received, keeping patrons intrigued and delightfully uncertain of what to expect. In 2019, he launched Saudade, a 4-star hotel and restaurant reflecting his Portuguese roots. Besides running his establishments, Vieira was instrumental in mentoring other chefs for the Bocuse d'Or competitions, reinforcing France's global culinary standing. His legacy extended beyond the kitchen to philanthropy, organizing a soccer tournament for Michelin-starred chefs with proceeds going to charity. Vieira is survived by his wife, Marie-Aude, and their 2 children, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the world of French gastronomy. Tributes to Serge Vieira. Number 4. Ronald L. Numbers, a guiding light in the history of science, medicine, and religion. Ronald L. Numbers, the esteemed Hilldale Professor, Emeritus of the History of Science and Medicine at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, passed away on July 24th at the age of 81. Recognized as a leading authority on the intricate relationship of science, medicine, and religion, his demise leaves a significant void in the academic realm. Numbers, a prolific author and editor, dedicated his career to scrutinizing the intersection of science, religion, and medicine. His notable works, such as The Creationists, From Scientific Creationism to Intelligent Design, and Prophetess of Health, a study of Ellen G. White, continue to be influential in understanding the history and interplay of these domains. Born into a Seventh-day Adventist family, Numbers pursued his academic journey from Southern Missionary College, advancing to Florida State, and finally earning his Ph.D. from the University of California, Berkeley in 1969. His groundbreaking contributions led to a distinguished career spanning over 4 decades at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Throughout his career, Numbers was recognized with several honors, including the Albert C. Outler Prize, the Sarton Medal, a Guggenheim Fellowship, and was elected a Fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science. His leadership extended to serving as president of the History of Science Society, the American Society of Church History, and the International Union of History and Philosophy of Science. Numbers' enduring legacy remains his relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding. His profound body of work will continue to enlighten scholars, providing an in-depth view of the intricate relationship between science, religion, and medicine. Tributes to Ronald L. Numbers. Number 3. Joop Sanders, a silent giant of abstract expressionism. Joop Sanders, a crucial but often overlooked figure in abstract expressionism, passed away at the age of 101 on July 6th. Fleeing the Nazi regime as a teenager, Sanders found his artistic footing in the United States. Unfortunately, a return to Europe in the 1950s led to his marginalization in the annals of the abstract expressionism movement. Notwithstanding, Sanders remained a significant contributor, being the last surviving artist who exhibited at the groundbreaking 9th Street Show in 1951. Sanders immigrated to New York City to escape the Nazi Army in 1939. He studied under George Gross at the Art Students League and soon became close friends with Willem and Elaine de Kooning, with Elaine's portraits of Sanders serving as stepping stones to her mature. In 1949, Sanders was among the youngest founders of the club in Manhattan's Greenwich Village. This became a pivotal meeting spot for abstract expressionists and the New York School of Artists and Writers. Despite his significant contributions, Sanders' move to Europe in the middle of 1950s resulted in his relative omission from the broader conversations surrounding abstract expressionism. After returning to the U.S. in 1959, Sanders moved to Soho, New York City, and adopted a monochrome style that he would continue to explore for decades. His sectional paintings, composed of multiple rearrangeable panels, offered a unique versatility to the owners, transforming into three-dimensional sculptures at will. His legacy will continue to inspire and intrigue art lovers and practitioners alike. Tributes to Joop Sanders. Shifting gears now to a health update that has swept through the sporting world, sending ripples of anxiety across fans and players alike. The gridiron was hushed, the breath of the crowd held in a collective pause as the Cincinnati Bengals leading light, Joseph Lee Burrow, suffered a painful setback. The star quarterback, affectionately known as Joey Franchise, is now confronting an uncertain few weeks ahead, but bear with us as we assure you, it's not as grave as it might seem. Burrow, a steadfast pillar of the Bengals' powerhouse, unfortunately, came down with a right calf strain, a mishap that threatens to sideline him for an ambiguous several weeks. This was announced by none other than the head coach, Zach Taylor, during a media interaction on Friday afternoon. However, the specifics of Burrow's downtime remain somewhat hazy, as Coach Taylor, when probed for a more concrete timeline, opted to keep it cryptic, remarking, "Several weeks is several weeks." The incident unfolded during a seemingly ordinary training session on Thursday, culminating in the heart-wrenching sight of Burrow being wheeled off the field. Amid his absence, the quarterback reins will be entrusted to Trevor Siemian and Jake Browning, and the squad will also usher in another quarterback to their ranks, as shared by Taylor. Whilst the news of their talismanic quarterback succumbing to injury is a bitter pill for Bengals aficionados to swallow, there's still a glimmer of hope on the horizon. With a span of over 5 weeks till the inaugural whistle of the 2023 season, it's anticipated that this window might just be ample for the franchise's mainstay Burrow to spring back into form. Adding another twist to the tale, It was reported that Burrow was in the midst of contract extension negotiations with the Bengals just before this unfortunate twist of fate. The ramifications, if any, of this injury on those discussions is a puzzle yet to be solved. For those who missed the drama unfold, it took place during an 11-on-11 session where Burrow was visibly grappling with pain, favoring his left leg before being assisted to sit down on the pitch and then subsequently carted off. The initial surmise by NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, which pointed towards Burrow having suffered a calf strain, was later ratified. Despite injuries being a reoccurring specter in Burrow's career, including an ACL tear during his rookie season and an appendectomy at the commencement of the previous year's camp, his indomitable spirit has been unscathed. The 26-year-old has blazed a trail in the NFL, rapidly ascending to the pinnacle and stamping his authority as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. In merely the past 2 seasons, he has amassed over 4,400 yards and over 34 touchdowns each year, earning his first Pro Bowl selection in 2022. His prowess also steered the Bengals to their first-ever Super Bowl berth in 2021 and consecutive division titles. While there may be a few nervous glances being exchanged in the Bengals camp and amongst their supporters, let's remember that Friday's news is, in all likelihood, as positive a spin as one could hope for following the scare of Thursday's events. Now it's time to remember the legends who passed away in the past years. Number 2. Ron Popeil. Infomercial icon and inventor Ron Popeil, the mastermind behind TV infomercial sales and the creator of various products that many didn't realize they needed, passed away at the age of 86 on July 28, 2021. Popeil died due to a brain hemorrhage, as reported by his sister Lisa Popeil. With a career in television marketing dating back to the 1950s, Popeil became almost as well known as the TV and movie stars of his time. His catchy sales phrases like "but wait, there's more," and "set it and forget it" have lingered well beyond his retirement. Several of the products he promoted, like the Veg-O-Matic, Pocket Fisherman, Showtime Rotisserie, and BBQ, and the Inside the Shell Egg Scrambler, have made or are still making their appearances in American homes. Popeil started his sales career as a teenager, selling his father Samuel Popeil's inventions at a Walgreens store in Chicago. He later formed his own company, Ronco, which he sold in 2005 for about $56 million. Popeil's unique selling style and his omnipresence on TV stations nationwide made him a familiar figure in households. His creations were even parodied on Saturday Night Live and in a song by Weird Al Yankovic titled Mr. Popeil. Despite facing bankruptcy and liquidation, Popeil remained determined, buying back the trademarks and inventory of his company and later launching successful infomercials that led to substantial sales. Survived by his wife Robin, 4 daughters, and another sister, alongside 4 grandchildren, Popeil leaves behind a legacy of innovative marketing and a range of products that have become part of everyday American life. His passing marks the end of an era in the world of television marketing. Number 1. Dusty Hill, the groove machine behind ZZ Top's lasting legacy. Joseph Michael "Dusty" Hill, the charismatic and bearded bassist of the legendary rock band ZZ Top, passed away at his home in Houston on July 28, 2021, at the age of 72. Hill's death was announced by his bandmates, Frank Beard and Billy Gibbons, though the cause remains undisclosed. Hill began his musical journey playing cello before transitioning to bass at age 13. His iconic career kicked off in the early 1970s when ZZ Top, with their hard-charging blend of boogie, southern rock, and blues, began amassing a substantial fan base. The band's popularity exploded in the 1980s, selling over 50 million albums and becoming a staple on MTV with hits like Legs and Sharp Dressed Man. Hill, known for his 20 inches beard and sunglasses, formed a unique stage persona with Gibbons, both known for their synchronized hip swings and spinning instruments. His understated yet pivotal role in the band was instrumental in creating their distinctive sound. While his musical prowess is undeniable, Hill's influence extended beyond his bass playing. His engaging stage presence and iconic look shaped ZZ Top's image and became synonymous with their brand. Hill, an inductee of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004, leaves behind an illustrious career filled with hit records, packed arenas, and enduring influence on rock music. His dedication to the craft and the band's brotherhood are testaments to his character. He remained an active part of ZZ Top until days before his death, reflecting his lifelong passion and commitment to music. Tributes to Dusty Hill. Thank you for joining us today on Immortal News. As we honor those who have recently passed and provide updates on current events, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the enduring strength of legacy. If you haven't seen it yet, we invite you to watch our tribute to the 12 big stars who passed away in July in our previous broadcasts. Their stories continue to inspire us, and their memories remain imprinted on our hearts. As always, we appreciate your support. Please continue to like our videos and share them with your community. Together, we can celebrate these extraordinary lives and their lasting impact. Thank you again for your time today. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and keep the spirit of remembrance alive on Immortal News.